Welcome to the World of Warships with Captain Yamo. I am your host, Captain Yamo, and this is the Tier 3 Russian destroyer, the Dursky, or as I like to call her, Hell's Drummer. She plays a mean bass drum because she has five, count them five, two torpedo launching tubes. That doesn't make much sense. Let's try that again. She has five double mounted torpedo launchers. So she can launch 10 torpedoes from her five launchers. And even better than that, she can launch torpedoes from these things every 23 or 24 seconds. She has a tremendous output on the torpedoes. There are some downsides to her and the torpedoes, although they're very fast torpedoes and they hit decently hard and they fire really fast. Well, the range is only 3.5 kilometers, and since her surface detectability is 6.1 kilometers, it means you have to cover a lot of ground before you can use the torpedoes effectively. And since her guns are really not that much more impressive than any of the Japanese destroyers, those aren't a great help. So, although she's not a one-trick pony, she's not a thoroughbred. One of the downsides to this ship is that she has nowhere on her that is more than 12 millimeters thick as far as armor is concerned. So anything that shoots you will poke holes in you. Got some torpedoes coming in across B. And as a player, you see those torpedoes like that, you have to start thinking, well, what launched them, right? I mean, I know it may be a little too obvious. I don't want to insult anybody or anything, but the best way to approach these games is to, in my opinion, okay, this is all my opinion, take it or leave it, is to use everything that you have to the best of your ability. And it doesn't matter that the guns on the Dursky are almost useless. There's a time and a place when you use those guns. And, finding that time and that place is what I think makes some players better than others. What makes a play great. The first torpedo I launched, that launcher will be reloaded in about 6 seconds. I try to get shots on that Wakatake, then I pop smoke. That's why she's disappearing, right? I'm in the smoke. And so then the Isukaze comes through and tries to do something, but look what happens to her. She's going a little too fast, and takes a little island visit. Okay, I can't fire my guns. I've been detected anyways. I'm sorry, I can't fire my torpedoes. I've been detected anyways. Now's the time to start using that gun. And we're going to go ahead and swing around in here and go ahead and capture Area B. You know that there's at least one destroyer there. There was a cruiser, and if you keep watching the mini-map on the bottom right-hand side there, you can see that there are also battleships in the area. There's at least the Wyoming and the South Carolina. So now's another time to start putting the gun to use. And one of the nice things about these Russian guns is they do a pretty decent amount of damage, especially once you get past the Dursky. Uh-oh, Kolberg, where did that guy come from? Doesn't matter. There's 3 launchers. Now I'm firing behind him because I'm expecting him to try and back out of there. Won't be fast enough. But that's what I expected. And then these, I was guessing where that Wakatake might go. I was trying to fire ahead of her. I take a second to go ahead and finally repair my engine and get rolling. Get rolling. Get under steam again. And then I do the same damn thing that Isukaze did. And I just get brilliantly lucky here because the Wakatake's torpedoes They died. They ran out of fuel just before hitting me. So I got lucky there. And so see there, look, there's a South Carolina down there. There's a Wyoming and an Isokaze over there towards A. And so I decided I'm going to start heading around and see if we can't take them under fire. See, I'm trying to be real nice and sneaky. I'm going to hug this island as I go around, and then I'm going to try and figure out where I can pop out and do the most damage. Oh, there's that South Carolina. So let's start figuring out how we can approach her. That's me turning, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere comes the headhunter. Well, fast as the South Carolina isn't, she does a little bit of damage to me. But look, I'm 6 seconds away from reloading the first shots. Like I said, the Dursky is tons of fun. It's a ship that I've kept despite moving on to the Nievny, which is the Tier 5 destroyer. Look at that. Most of my torpedoes are already reloaded. So now while these torpedo bombers here just start circling around and keep me under view, let me mention that the guns on this thing are practically useless. The anti-aircraft guns are practically useless. You know, they almost have to be flying overhead, directly overhead, in order for you to fire at them anyways. But I learned something new about this microphone headset that I have today. I had shot a couple videos that I was hoping to post up over the past week and a half while I was transitioning into my new job, which I'm very happy that I have now. And you know, going out of town with the wife and the kids for some fun at Legoland. And a bunch of the videos that I took had no audio. So like I'm doing like with this video right now, I'm recording over, watching my gameplay and recording over it. I had already done that with these other videos, and what I learned today, just today, is that my headset on the volume control on it has a little button to mute the mic. I didn't know it was there, so I have like 4 videos that I recorded with no audio whatsoever because somebody in quality control was not up on their game these past couple weeks. We won't say who. And the production team wasn't figuring things out properly. But I'm hoping that I can start getting videos back up at the rate of 3 to 4 you know, a week again, and that'd be nice. Speaking of nice, look at this, 7 kilometers away, and there's the Langley. Big, fat, slow, juicy carrier. On the guns, on a destroyer. Okay, so I just got detected, if you didn't notice that, at about 6 kilometers. The Langley was able to spot me. Well, once the Langley spots me, there's no reason not to start shooting at her with the guns, right? Be aware of when you can do things and when it makes sense to do things. Of course, these don't do a whole lot of damage. Torpedo bombers nail me. But come on, look at her. She's at 3 kilometers. She's barely turning her screws at all, so there's no way she's getting out of this. And maybe the only other move that would have been better here for me would have been to pop the smoke now, but with the aircraft up and running around, I don't know. Might not have helped anyways. Oh yes! Smoking that carrier! But then the Wyoming puts in a pretty decent spread. Ends my day. But you can't complain, right? I mean, that's 4 kills. We'll go ahead and stay here on the Dursky as she sinks. We'll give her a little salute. Good job, sweetheart. Meanwhile, the Phoenix Akuma of Karlsruhe, the day you were born, and the South Carolina started sinking that Wyoming, and here we go. It's just a matter of 6,000 hit points. Look at that thing melt under fire. And there you go. Hell's Drummer pounding away on the enemy. Let's take a good look at this. Made 158,000 credits, 2,843 XP, got 2 devastating strikes. It's actually kind of easy to do in this ship as long as you can get up close to somebody. Got the sniper mission for 2 torpedo hits done. Yeah, we only had 16, so we did it 8 times in this match. Got 13 hits, 4 destroyed, 1 fire, caused flooding 9 times, and captured a base. I'd imagine we didn't do a lot of flooding damage, however, because most of the ships that I caused flooding on sunk pretty damn quick. We had 4 kills. Let's see. All right, we already took a look at that. Let's get by that. There you go. Almost 70,000 points of damage done at Tier 3. So, what fun. And that was blasting away at the Langley, the South Carolina, and that Colberg. Even got a nice little shot into the Wakatake, and she eventually sank. How about flooding damage? Did we see that? Oh yeah, look at that. Almost 2,000 points of flooding damage. Of course, I got sunk. That's all right. You know, we went in there and knocked the crap out of them after paying for repairs. And this is one of the reasons I really do like the Dursky, especially when I can get a good match like this out of her. You know, I made 172,000 credits, and would have made 250,000 if I had been a premium member, and would have gotten another 1,000 XP. Well, 1,000 plus XP. We ended up with 2843 on an 1895 base XP gameplay, and that's actually 1895 is pretty good at just about any match up till about tier 7 or 8. It's a really strong match. So I'd like to thank you for being patient with me, and I'm going to start getting these videos up on pace again, like I was saying in the video. And I have videos coming up on battleships, the Nagato, the Sayonara to the Nagato, and I'm going to have a video on Hello Amagi. I'm going to have a couple of videos I think on the Colorado, which I've been enjoying a bit. And I hope to start getting them back up here on a pretty good schedule now that I'm not driving quite so far to work. I'd like to thank you for joining me here on World of Warships with Captain Yamo. I hope to see you on the digital high seas.